What is up, my viewers? Spang here, bringing you a World of Tanks gameplay commentary. This is one of my replays, as you can tell. Spangle's Fugitive. It is a mostly tier 10 match, 2 T92s on the enemy team, and a few tier 9s per team, which are probably a little unhappy with the matchmaking, but they'll learn to live with it. 2 E100s and a VK7201 on the enemy team, not platooned up, and 2 E100s and an IS-4 on our team. So, a lot of big guns in this match. I'm driving my M48 Patton, one of my favorite tier 10s. It's a good pub stomper, not so good in Clan Wars, but it is well-rounded and it performs very well when firing on the move. It has some of the best on-the-move accuracy in the game. It's got a great gun on it. Very good muzzle velocity, but that's because it's firing APCR rounds, which do travel quite fast. Now, this is going to be the standard battle, the only type of battle on airfield. And my team, well, we're going to send a lot of our tanks, the most significant portion of our tanks, over to this this little E5 area. Got our 1 E100 and an IS-4 coming with. That's good armor. Now, what is a little bit surprising, but maybe not so much so, is that the TDs are watching the center hill. So, kind of standard practice. I don't know if I necessarily approve of it. You definitely need to have something on the hill, maybe a TD or two. Object 268's just decided to hang around base right now, kind of being useless. Maybe loading in a little late, or went to go grab a snack or something before the match started, and it ran up a little bit more quickly than he anticipated. 4202 getting shot a little bit before coming down. Now, I am coming up to the end of these 9.4 replays, so hopefully you guys will be seeing some 9.5 very shortly, and then 9.6, 9.7, 9.8, and then 9.9 is just recently released at the time of, well, it's going to be recently released, I guess I should say. There's been a lot of common tests going on. So right now we're going to fall back. I realized there's not really much I can do right there. I thought about climbing up to where our T-54 was, but realized I didn't want to get, you know, shot in the side trying to climb that hill. At the very least, there could have been a Jagd Panzer E100 on that hill. At the very worst, it could have been the Waffenträger E100, and he would have just clipped me out. It looks like no one on our team decided to take this hill, or E4 deciding he'd rather be in that Bravo 9 area getting shots on anything that was coming down airfield, or trying to go around on our team. I'm like, well, I've got some pretty good camo on this thing, and I'm going to do my best to annoy the enemy with little shots here and there across the map. Right now, looks like that E100 popping out. I'm going to take a shot that will miss, but then hide immediately behind this rock. The T92s are kind of a concern for me, but at the same time, that is why I'm backing down off this hill, to ideally make it harder for me to get hit by them. I'm going to take another shot into this E100, pop off for 348 damage, not too much, and getting located once again. The 430 calling someone an idiot, and I guess he's, yep, cursing out artillery. Looks like that T110E4 nice and broadside on me. Our E100's doing their very best to stay alive, and I'm giving my best crossfire support right now. Our Object 140 on the hill looking like he's pretty hurt over there. And our team in general kind of down, but not too down. Only one tank difference, and hit points are close enough, barely apart. And now it's widening a little bit, our team being a little bit reckless. Our Jagd Panzer E100 making an aggressive push down there by the water. And the enemy team kind of just sitting comfortably over here. I'm going to take a shot, try and get that lower plate of that T110E4, but I knew it was a long shot, especially at the distance I was trying to shoot him. And he was looking my direction, but I wasn't lit up until I actually fired, at which point I was backing down, and he really had no chance to shoot me. Looks like our heavy tank push is going around the airfield side of that hill, and so it's up to me to make sure our team doesn't get pushed on too badly on the backside. Nope, never mind. It looked like that was happening on the lower part of the map, and the 7201 coming up through the center, getting shot by me. So far, only about 700. I saw the 73. That's what messed me up. Only about 1,000 damage done by me at this point. I'm going to try to shoot him right in his little cheek there, and I will actually go. My round will fly true. RNG just blessing me right there, and you can see the hole even. I'm going to take a blind fire, try and take him out, and see if I can actually knock him out, but RNG is not so kind a second time, and the T110E4 continues to live with 120 hit points. Our team ahead in hit points, not ahead in tanks. A Carnarvon, I saw a Conqueror, and for some reason my brain put Carnarvon there. Barely alive. in a world of trouble. I'm maybe not barely alive, but you know what I mean. He's not in a happy position trying to fight off E100s. I'm going to try to take out this T110E4, do a duplicate of what happened before, but the game, again, not so kind. But I am engaging at just over 350 meters, and to hope to be accurate with all your shots at that distance is fool's errand, at the very least. Going to take one more attempt, get a critical in a viewport for no damage, and the enemy team just still maintaining that tank lead, but we're catching up to them. So right here, I am using the M48 Patton in kind of a sniper capacity. Some would say try sniping, but ooh, and right there, RNGesus. I forgot about that moment, but RNGesus just saving me from losing half my health or more to the Jagdpanzer E100. And the 430 still raging pretty hard in the chat. I was hoping the bat chat was going to drive out there. It looks like he's thinking about it. I'm going to take the shot, and I will get some damage. So just under 2,000 damage dealt now. It's adding up. And I am certainly becoming a thorn in the side of this enemy team, annoying them, at the, oh, not to death quite yet, but chipping off little tanks' hit points here and there. E100 apparently getting talked to in another language I'm not familiar with. And the 72-01, wow, I got another lucky shot. But again, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So the enemy team kind of still ahead in tanks by 3 even, and we're ahead in hit points by about, we were ahead in hit points until that T92 decided to drop our IS-4 there. So the enemy team losing their tank lead a little bit, but catching up on the hit points. That bat chat is fully aware of my existence, but just not happy with me at all. The Jagdpanzer E100 looking like he wants to get a shot in there. And will I be able to shoot his track? I will not. I was waiting too long for the aim, and I should have just taken the shot. I would have been reloaded by the time I had another chance. And you know what? I should have lived more by my own philosophy. So, trying to do a shoot the medium for fuck's sake. And our 268 getting a little bit annoyed here by our artillery. I'm guessing he's cursing out. The Jagdpanzer E100 looking like he wants to come around. I'm aware of his position and moving to get away from him. I want to kill this object 430. Jagdpanzer E100 is going around. Actually, I forgot, I do decide to try and engage him and leave those medium tanks alone. If I can get on the backside of him, I know I can cause him a world of hurt. And he is about to go down, but not before killing our artillery. But I do eliminate a very, very big gun from the game. Very happy with that. And now I'm going in for the kill shots. Just under 3,000 damage dealt. Looks like our T-54 will take out that object 430. And I am at full health, mostly because I've been in the back sniping, but that is because, you know, I'm a medium tank. I could have been on the front lines brawling, but then I would have just died and lost a lot of hit points unnecessarily. Better to let the E100s and IS-4 handle it than try and do it myself. Jagd Tiger shooting me for no damage. Gonna take out that 4202 and just continue to roll on forward. So 2 kills. Playing a little bit dangerously now, but I know generally where that Jagd Tiger is. I'm swerving and diving and doing a serpentine movement here to try and avoid potentially getting wrecked by a T-92 artillery. The Leopard PTA is going to be on my left, and I am going to snapshot him. That is exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to the 48 Patton. Is that on the move accuracy, and I will kill him right here before he can get off another shot. T-92 firing in my direction, but not managing to connect. And my team ahead by a significant number of hit points, partially because I am at full health, and the enemy team down by 2 tanks as well. So this match, basically, I just was in the back, a little mosquito, biting them for 390 average damage here and there, and managed to whittle them down enough to the point where I could just come out at the end and take him out. So I know, again, some people aren't too happy when, you know, certain players do this, but if it ends up being what wins you the match, maybe they were making the right call. Again, my medium tank, there wasn't really too much for me to do other than play around on the center hill, at which point it's like, well, what is that going to serve, right? I mean, other than me just getting shot unnecessarily, getting a free shot on that T-92, kind of waiting for our bat chat already to rain a shot in there, and there it is. Going to try and take out this T-92 who will hit nothing but the hill. And there I go, kill number 4. This last enemy T-92 going to get shot by me just ever so carefully. Take the shot right there, and he is desperately trying to hit me, but I'm not giving him anything. Our T-54 is coming up, but I want kill number 5. He takes the shot, and he dies for it. All that remains is that Jagd Tiger. I am on the hunt for Top Gun. But the Yogg Tiger manages to hit me pretty hard for 509. And of course I get a penetration. I'm kind of hoping for a little bit of help here. The Yogg Tiger's rate of fire is something to be feared, but he has gained the attention of our Object 268, and the T-54 comes around to finish him off. So no Top Gun for me. Not even a high caliber, just barely missing it by one shot. But still, just over 5,200 damage dealt, and I can live with that. Well, I guess it's closer to just under 5,300, but regardless, let's go to those post-game stats and see what the exact final count came out to be. And here we have it. We have me earning my first mark of excellence in my 48 Patton. It is a tank I do drive quite frequently, but not enough to really, I don't really dedicate any time to any one particular tank enough to seriously pursue marks of excellence, unfortunately. But I do get an ace tanker and a lot of ribbons and pins, but no actual awards, as you can tell, because I got a little bit greedy on some of the kill shots. No Confederate, just barely missing it. Got, looks like, yeah, 5. So barely missed a Confederate, and kind of barely, and I barely missed that Top Gun. So 5 and 5, 5 kills, 5 just damaged, and kind of as close as I could get to a double Confederate Top Gun combo without getting either. It's a little bit unfortunate, but it is also why I earned that Mastery Badge Ace Tanker. And when it comes to rack and stack of the actual damage, the closest person was that Waffenträger, of course. Anyone who's competent in a Waffenträger can usually dish out, not always, but usually dish out a good chunk of damage. The Object 261 on our team actually doing a lot of work. It's unfortunate I couldn't save him. I couldn't kill that Yogg Tiger soon enough, but I got close. Almost saved him. And then the Waffenträger on our team being right there, and, you know, kind of pretty close. A couple of, wow, E100 on the enemy team, not doing any damage. Same with that E4. Of course, I'm a little bit to blame for that one. And it looks like our ISA, our Yogg Panzer E100, who got ballsy, went around the outside, did 0 damage. And our T-54 E1, not faring too well either. But they went to that center hill, and they didn't really have the armor, and they just kind of tried to trade shots with E100s and 7201s and T110 E4s. And shot for shot, you don't win that battle, not in those tanks. But overall, very happy, ranked top on XP, just barely. Our T-54 almost beating me out, but that's because he was a tier 9 and a tier 10 match, and almost everything he was shooting at was premium value. Just, that is how you earn the most experience in a game, is by shooting things that are bigger than you, or the same tier as you, honestly. With tier 10, I'm mostly speaking about tier 10 when I say that, but on average, if you damage your tier or higher, more than anything, you're gonna get a lot of experience. Kind of hard to do when you're top tier in the game, you know, final top tier, absolute. But shots fired, 23, direct hits, 19, 18 of those being penetrations, for a total damage of 5,276 from a distance of 300 meters or more. Was about half of that, a little under half. And some damage blocked by armor, which is the average damage of the Yogg Panzer E100's gun, just barely. I mean, damn, if he had not missed me, I might have been in a bit more trouble there. Damage due to player's assistance. Apparently I was spotting some things. 1908, so that also factors in to the amount of damage I mean, the amount of experience I got helping me towards that Mastery Badge Ace Tanker. And I actually got 5 vehicles spotted, so vehicle spotted, destroyed, 10 and 5, as I pointed out earlier, and earning over 100,000 credits. That's not too common. But as you can tell, even after repairs and ammo costs, I still managed to make quite a bit of cash there. And also very nice ×2 XP as well for a tier 8. I mean, actually, that wasn't ×2. There's my base, and there's apparently action/personal payout for something, I don't know. But still, earning me that good amount of free XP that I could convert later if I wanted to. But I most of the time just turn on accelerated crew training, because I don't usually use gold for converting, you know, floating experience on elite vehicles to free XP. Just not something I do. But anyway, I have rambled on long enough. If you like this video, click that like button. If you want to see more, subscribe. And if you got a replay, be sure to check the description below for instructions on how to submit. And until next time, this has been Spang, and I am signing off. MLG Dynamo!